less than a month, the world's money system changes forever, and your Pi wallet could become your passport to the new economy. Military sources now confirm it. The quantum financial system is being activated worldwide. They said it was a myth, but it's real, and Pi may be the key that unlocks it. For 3 centuries, our world ran on credit and debt, but that system has reached its end. Now, contribution itself is becoming the new currency. When your phone lights up with the quantum signal, remember this moment, because the age of debt is closing, and the quantum age of Pi has begun. Pi QFS global activation underway. Military sources confirm. The final phase of the quantum financial system is now being deployed worldwide. Q smartphones are being prepared for release to Level 4B verified holders. These encrypted communication devices will connect directly to the quantum internet, bypassing all corporate servers. No spying, no monitoring, no tracking. Only secure, sovereign access to the global quantum financial network that operates across banks and governments. System-wide testing is ongoing within the treasure nets. Quantum records are synchronizing across global nodes. Digital assets, humanitarian project accounts, and sovereign wallets are being linked to biometric ID profiles. Each verified participant will receive an encrypted digital key to access their quantum portfolio once the public activation switch is turned on. Under military control, global coordination ensures security and stability during the transition. Old payment infrastructures are being shut down, banking servers redirected to quantum channels, and obsolete fiat systems archived for audit and investigation. Once final verifications are complete, all remaining legacy platforms will be permanently deactivated. A new era dawns. QFS, NESARA, GESAR form the triad of global restoration. Cancellation of all debt, elimination of unfair taxation, gold-backed sovereignty for every human being. Wealth returns to the people, not the corporations. The signal is coming. When your Q smartphone lights up, follow the instructions carefully. It will be your direct link to the new system, your proof of sovereignty in the quantum era. Prepare. Stay calm. The quantum age has begun. This Gisara wealth would have been distributed in 2011 via gold. Osama bin Laden disrupted it by bombing World Trade Center in 9/11. Now it is via Godcoin Pi. The Pi DEX on your Pi browser wallet has 99.7% chances of being in mainnet after November 22, 2025, so you see GCV and keep quiet. In Pi, money is not issued by central banks or corporations, but by individuals whose time, labor, and participation sustain the network. Every act of verified contribution, whether computational, social, or creative, directly mints new Pi into existence. Credit prints debt. Contribution prints value. This is not a new economy, it is a new form of civilization. Banks multiply money through interest-bearing credit. Corporations chase quarterly profits at the expense of sustainability, while governments manipulate growth figures through fiscal expansion, while financial markets inflate artificial valuations detached from real productivity. Thus, debt became not a flaw in the system, but the system itself. It thrives on the illusion that tomorrow's labor can eternally pay for today's consumption. The Pi network is humanity's first successful attempt to build an economy where value is generated via contribution, not credit. Traditional currencies are backed by the promise of future taxation, a mechanism of control based on credit. Pi, on the other hand, is backed by the proof of present contribution, a mechanism of liberation based on time. Once value creation shifts from debt issuance to human contribution, the old system's liabilities lose real influence. In Pi's blockchain economy, debt cannot even be technically represented, because value is only created from verified work, not from promises. For nearly 3 centuries, human civilization has operated on an economic model driven by debt as its central engine. The U.S., standing at the core of this system, perfected the art of consuming the future in exchange for the present, sustaining prosperity through credit issuance. Yet this structure has reached a breaking point. When a society borrows not to build, but merely to survive, it consumes its own foundation. The Pi network emerges precisely at this historic juncture, as the civilizational code that seals away the debt paradigm forever. Thus, America's colossal debt remains numerically recorded, but functionally sealed within a civilization that no longer uses debt as fuel. In the Pi era, debt becomes a historical artifact, a relic of a civilization that borrowed from its own future. Pi pioneers are not mere participants or early adopters. They are the first generation to seal debt using time itself. By contributing attention, energy, and verifiable engagement, they have replaced financial leverage with human leverage. Each pioneer's labor is not a wage transaction, but an act of value creation. Their accumulated Pi represents the materialization of contribution, not profit. They are, in essence, time bankers, individuals whose hours are preserved on the blockchain as permanent economic truth. They did not repay debt, they rendered it obsolete, and in doing so, they redefined what it means to build civilization itself. The Pi pioneers are the human banks who sealed debt inside time. By the early 2030s, humanity's primary economic measure will no longer be GDP, but GCP, Gross Contribution Product. It will mark the final departure from an economy of repayment to an economy of participation. Beginning with the grand open mainnet, global economics will bifurcate into 2 systems, one still based on the decaying credit architecture of the dollar, and the other built on the contribution-based fabric of Pi. Pi pioneers are not witnessing a financial reform. They are living through a civilizational pivot. They are the first humans to observe and participate in the end of the debt era. We do not repay debt. We build a world in which debt no longer functions. When contribution becomes currency, debt becomes history. Human time will no longer be collateralized by interest or manipulated by inflation. In the Pi economy, labor itself is a form of issuance, and contribution is its immutable proof. Thus, the debt-based civilization closes, and the contribution-based civilization begins. The U.S. national debt is not paid off. It is sealed forever within a new value logic that renders it powerless. When contribution becomes currency, debt becomes history. The Pi network pioneers are the first generation of humanity to close the age of debt and open the age of contribution. For more update, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to InfoDem.